I was just admiring the leaves. Every year we witness a beautiful display of biochemistry in the Northern Hemisphere. The chlorophyll that's in the leaves, that's intensified by all the beautiful sunshine in the summer. When the temperature drops, when the sunlight lessens, the anthocyanins come out to play, and we get these beautiful, dazzling, crimson red leaves. But these sneaky little anthocyanins, they're always present, they're always there. You just can't see them in the brilliant greens of the chlorophyll-filled summer. But when the weather gets chilly and crispy and the sun begins to fade, new colors are revealed. Much like things are revealed to Poppy in From Blood and Ash. Hello! Hi, my name is Kalea. If this is your first time seeing my face, then thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for joining me here in my little corner of the internet, and specifically in a little corner in my parents' home. This is my dad's library. I have read 0 of these books. George Washington on leadership is not my speed. But this is aesthetically a lot more pleasing than my last background. So I have bookshelves in my apartment that are just not organized or clean or nice looking. So that's a project for me. And my actual, who's calling me? Spam risk. Ooh. Sorry. And yes, my library at my library. Oh. But I am planning on organizing my bookshelves in my apartment back in New York and hopefully trying to figure out a new background situation. Oh, that was so much information that probably nobody cared about. How did we feel about that reading rainbow, dare I say, kind of intro? Did we like it? Did we like her? Was it corny? It probably was corny. But what we are here for. From Blood and Ash. This is my first real reading vlog, and I very much enjoyed myself creating this reading vlog. Now that I've rambled profusely, let's get into talking about this book. So I was really excited to start this. I've had this on my shelf for a very long time. I want to say I did get it back in 2020 when I tried to get back into reading during COVID times, but then discovered TikTok. And
I'm bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house.
COVID. But obviously the book still stays and the book is still here. The back suggested that this book would be great for fans of Sarah J. Maas and Laura Thalassa. I have read Laura Thalassa's, what is that series? It's literally over there, I'm looking at it. I don't know what the series is called, but the first book is like War and then Pestilence, and then it's like the 4 Horsemen and the Apocalypse. Very spicy. Very spicy. Very spicy. Very well seasoned. Like some bam, you know. Oh, big disclaimer. I don't know why I did that. Big disclaimer, this vlog will most likely be full of spoilers. So, if you don't want any spoilers, watch the tiny version of this on TikTok. Okay. So, we start this book off, and initially, I was not a fan. I think I did not portray this completely accurately on TikTok. I may have said it was like page 3, where it was getting a little cornball, but it wasn't page 3. She did give it slightly some time. It was the last page in the first chapter, where our main character, our protagonist, Poppy, or Penelope, somebody tell me. It's spelled like a weird combo between Penelope and like, but there's like a Greek PH in there. Penelope, which is fancy. I don't know. She goes by Poppy. It's gonna be Poppy today. So Poppy is the maiden, which is a religious figure in this theocratic slash, I guess it's some monarchy, because they do have a queen and a king and like dukes and duchesses, but it seems like the ruling power is half of the governmental ruling body, which is ruled by these folks in the community called the Ascended. And the Ascended are the elites in the society. They have the most money and the most power. There aren't as many of them, obviously, as then. You are selected, and you are selected to be ascended based on your birth order. I'm not really quite sure how, because they don't tell you. They don't tell you. But we're gonna come back to that. We're gonna start though with what I felt when I first started this book. We meet our love interest, first chapter, last page of the first chapter, and it's of course by magical happenstance, and she just waltzes into the exact perfect room that she knows off rip. As follows. This is on page 29. Poppy is leaving a card playing gambly area in the Red Pearl, which is some sort of brothel, club, casino situation. The girls were outside. Let the girls be outside. And she sees her guard, caretaker, father figure, Victor. I do love Victor as a character. I think that he is really instrumental in like keeping Poppy sort of grounded as a character, and like as a character textually and as a character within the story itself. But Poppy sees Victor and she's like, oh, I'm gonna get caught, which obviously, we start the story, she's already done snuck out and is in the casino or the hoe house. Or can I say hoe on YouTube? She's in the house with the holy ones of Emmanuel, the ladies of the night. And she's there and she's like, oh no, it's Victor. What do I do? What do I do? And then she like, this is what she does. She tried to leave and didn't work out, etc., etc., etc. And then she was discovered by a woman who was working there. And the woman says, and frankly, I didn't want to see Victor's face when he discovered that I realized he was here. I stole another peek and, oh God, a woman knelt beside him, a hand on his leg. I needed to scrub my eyes. That's Soraya, the woman explained. As soon as he arrives, she's at his side. I do believe she carries a torch for him. Slowly, I looked at the woman beside me. He comes here often? One side of her lips curved up. Often enough to know what happens beyond the red curtain, and that's enough. I cut her off. I now needed to scrub my brain. I don't need to hear anymore. Her laugh was soft. You have the look of one who is in need of a hiding place, and yes, in the Red Pearl, that is an easily recognizable look. She deftly took my champagne glass. Upstairs, there are currently unoccupied rooms. Try the 6th door on the left. You will find sanctuary there. I'll come for you when it's safe. I don't know where the accent came from. Sorry, guys. It happens. Suspicion rose as I met her gaze, but I let her take my arm and lead me toward the left. Why would you help me? She opened the door. Because everyone should be able to live a little, even for a few hours. My mouth dropped open as she parroted what I'd thought to myself minutes ago. But what could be found here had nothing to do with love, did it? And everyone got lonely, no matter if their heart belonged to someone they could no longer have or not. A little saddened by that, I turned around in the narrow stairwell lit by oil wall sconces. Here it comes. That was me saying, here it comes, not Poppy. Anyways, I exhaled heavily. What have I gotten myself into? Only the gods knew, and there was no turning back now. I slipped my hand inside the cloak, keeping it close to the hilt of the dagger as I climbed the steps to the second floor. The hallway was wider and surprisingly quiet. I didn't know what I expected, but I thought I would hear sounds. Shaking my head, I counted until I reached the 6th door on the left. I tried the handle and found it was unlocked. I started to open the door and then stopped. What was I doing? Anyone or anything could be waiting beyond this door. That woman downstairs? The sound of a man chuckle filled the hallway as the door beside me opened. Panicked, I quickly backed into the room in front of me, closing the door behind me. Heart pounding, I looked around. There were no lamps, just a tree of candles on a mantel. A settee sat in the front of an empty fireplace. Without even looking behind me, I knew the only other piece of furniture had to be a bed. I drew in a deep breath, catching the scent of the But there was something else, something that reminded me of dark spices and pine. I started to turn. An arm curled around my waist, pulling me back against a very, very hard, very male body. This, a deep voice whispered, is unexpected. But basically, we're on page 28 and she done already met the boy. And all she did was open a door. That the lady told her exactly what door to go open. Like, could it have been like some kind of a struggle? Some kind of any sort of something, some plot? I don't know. That felt too easy for me. I needed her to like go into multiple doors, almost get caught, like Victor's over there, oh no, what do I do? Then like a man that she doesn't know just wicks her away, and that way she gets distracted, and then it's like, oh, who are you? You saved me. But like, that's obviously not what happens. It's not, I didn't write the book. But that was not my favorite intro into a love at first sight situation. Could have been better. Well.
Luna, it's so early. It's not time to get up. Is it time to get up, Luna? Is it time to get up?
And we have reached the halfway point. Did anybody watch Legend of Korra? If you watched Legend of Korra, you may understand why I do like Poppy, but I also am hoping that she matures quite rapidly in the story. It's just that, like, a lot of the things, I think Poppy is 19, I'll make sure, but I think she's 19. And 19, truthfully, is like very young. So a lot of the logical and frontal lobe things are several years away for her. But some of the choices and things, thought processes, I don't know. I don't know. We're only halfway there, and I'm not sure. What I will say is that I do like all the other characters around her, which is why I'm invested in the story. I love Tawny. Do I love that her name is Tawny and she's the only brown girl? But you know what? We have a POC main character, and that in the fantasy world, I will take any representation, even if her name is brown. That's fine. Hey, she has curly hair. She is a lady in waiting. They do call her a maid, and then Poppy vehemently corrects that she is not a maid. She is a lady's maid. Okay, we're gonna let that go. And we're gonna let that go. But I will say that I very much enjoy all of the action sequences, the battle scenes, if you will. That I'm enjoying. I am enjoying this. The big bad in the book is kind of like vampire-y, and I'm not super excited with the nomenclature. And I will say this, in like a lot of fantasy books, especially in like high fantasy, they'll either have like a glossary in the back or like a map in the front that will show you where you are in the world or give you some sort of, what word am I looking for? Common language, knowledge, give you a little bit of vernacular. That's it. So that you know what you're reading, and this is kind of a discover as you go, which is fine. But Atlanteans always go to like Aquaman for me, but now it's going to vampire. So I'm sure that's gonna make sense somehow. And then, but weirdly, if you get bit by one of the Atlanteans, that's how the vampires create werewolves. It's like a wolf, not a wolf, but like a pale vampire creature, but has double canines, wolfy, but not wolfy. Still sucks blood, it just gets like ravenously destructive. Yeah, I would have loved, just I don't know, but apparently a lot of those things are explained in like the companion series, which I'm sure I'll get to that at some point in the video. This is just a check-in. I don't know what the vlog will look like, but I'm sure I'm going to go into that because I had to do a lot of researching and which one I should read first and then which one I should go back and read next. That will explain more of the things that I'm probably like wondering about now. But for now, I am enjoying it. This is a bad idea. I don't know why you don't. Oh no. How are there even more books after this? Are you snoring? How can you snore at a time like this? I feel like it's gonna be written well, but like plot wise, this is a bad idea. I think this has a really high reading on Goodreads. I'm not quite sure because I don't have my phone. And I'm I'm not gonna go get it. I'll just let future me handle that for us. And so the Goodreads reviews and just the general hype that this book has in the romantasy world led me to believe that I was going to be walking into a banger, and was not quite so. And so I think overall I want to give this book like 3.8 stars, which isn't bad. It's really not bad, right? I feel like in Netflix land, 3 stars is a smooth medium. You liked it. It's good. I am interested to see how the romance brews. It was very sweet, very love at first sight, and then because there's a big betrayal with Poppy finding out all these things that were lies, all these things that were lies in her past, in her present, in her future, lies, all of it lies. I wonder how they're going to kind of find their way back to each other. That does intrigue me. And how this world got started, I would honestly be tempted to go to the companion book, read the prequel, and then come back to it, but I'm gonna follow directions. This is almost 4 stars. The end made up for the big corn in the beginning, and Poppy being, I think she's 19, so I just have to have more patience with my young adult characters as they are young and they are learning, as we are all learning. But enough so that I am going to continue this series. If you'd like me to do another reading vlog on the next book in the series, which I believe is, it's in here somewhere. A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. Oh, that one came out September 1st, 2020. So that's the next book. If you guys want me to do a reading vlog on that book, let me know. If there's any books like this that you think I would like, leave them in a comment down below. My library is small and growing, and I would love recommendations from folks who like books like me. Books like we both like books, not books that are like me, but well, I would like those too. Thank you so much for joining me on this little walk through from Blood and Ash. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Watch my November TBR to see what I'm reading this month, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye.